On the news tonight, federal government orders telecommunications operators to reverse increment in calls and data tariffs. Adoption of final addresses on murder of late Blessing Olajide's case stalled for the second time in a row. Palpable fear grips Aseyori community in Ilorin South local government area of Kwara State over spate of kidnapping cases. Plus, updates from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening. This is the Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN News Tonight. I am Abdulwahid Bibiri. The federal government has directed network service providers to remove the 10% increase in their charges. In a statement, the Nigerian Communication Commission (NCC) directed the telecom operators to withdraw the hike in calls and data rates to old rates, though the tariff adjustment was proposed and provisionally approved by the management pending the final approval of the board of the commission. In the end, it did not have the approval of the board of commission. The NCC said the decision was taken after a critical and realistic review and analysis of the operational environment and current business climate in Nigeria as it affects all sectors of the economy. However, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Isa Ali Ibrahim, has maintained that FG priority is to protect the citizens and ensure justice to all stakeholders involved. Adoption of final addresses of counsels in the case of rape and murder of Blessing Olajide, the late student of the University of Ilorin, has been stalled for the second time. Abdulhafiz Alaya has details of these and other court proceedings.
The business of the day was for the adoption of final written addresses of counsels, and for the second time, it could not hold as scheduled. Some of the defense counsels just received the address of the prosecution on Wednesday and will want to study it before the adoption of their own final addresses. Thus, their request for an adjournment to 9th of November for the adoption of final written addresses was granted by the courts. Meanwhile, the hearing of the case filed by an NGO over an alleged illegal appointment of Ajia Alimat Perogi, a retired civil servant, as the clerk of the House of Assembly of Kwara State, was also stalled at another state high court. Counsel representing the House of Assembly of Kwara State, the Speaker of the House, and the embattled clerk are through a letter requested for an adjournment till December based on some grounds. Despite the objection from the complainants, the court granted the respondent's request and adjourned till 19th of December for the hearing of preliminary objections and the substantive case. NSUD is seeking, among other reliefs, a declaration of the contract appointment of Alimat Perugi as clerk after her retirement as null and void, as well as an order directing her to refund all salaries taken in that capacity to the state treasury. Abdulhafiz Alaya, NTA News.
The fear of the unknown is gradually gripping many communities with the recent spate of kidnapping filtering into Ilorin metropolis. One of such communities is Aseyori in Alagbado, Ilorin South local government area of Kwara State, where people have abandoned their houses and fled for safety. Aisha Abuakayaya was there and now reports.
Aseyori community in Ilorin South local government area of Kwara State is now a shadow of itself as residents have deserted their homes for safety of their lives and property. This particular spot, guarded by members of a security outfit called Atunlushe, is the end of road for everyone. Despite the presence of local security guards in Aseyori community, residents seem to be afraid of returning home as most of them have experienced hell on earth in the hands of kidnappers. Abdulmumin Suleiman is a shop owner who sells cement in Aseyori community. He laments how kidnappers have turned the once bubbling community to a deserted area. The worrisome aspect of the kidnapping is that since the incident started about 3 weeks ago in Aseyori community, many families have lost their loved ones in the process despite paying ransom.
What happened is that the kidnappers are coming to our community I have shop here, I'm selling cement, but now from 2 weeks to this now, our market is not moving due to the incident that is happening in our community.
All our wives have left. We are fed up of this place. We are the one who provided ourselves with security. We want government to really assist us.
On the 2nd of October, some of our community members were attacked by kidnappers. They abducted one and killed the other person. A ransom of 5 million naira was paid for the release of the kidnapped victim. There is nobody in this community again, as they have all fled for safety.
If urgent action is not taken, Asheyori may become a community that once existed, because as it is, people are not ready to come back to the community as a result of fear of the unknown. Another is the case of ASP Abdulmumin Yusuf and his 2 other siblings who were kidnapped recently while they were about to enter their home in Ogidi area. The Kwara State Police Command confirmed the incidents in both Asheyori community and that of Ogidi, as well as other parts of Ilorin metropolis, but assured that command will leave no stone unturned to ensure Ilorin and Kwara State as a whole is free from kidnappers.
A few weeks ago, we had issues of kidnapping, about 1 or 2, where we have, in some cases, 2 kidnappers who were neutralized and 3 people were rescued. In another incident, the victim were rescued and were yet to pick up the hoodlums.
For the confidence of the likes of Abdulmumin to be restored and life to come back to the community, a security outpost with armed officers is needed to ensure adequate security of lives and property. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya, NTA News.
Kayama community is one of the major contributors to food security in Kwara State and other parts of the country. The community, which has a link to neighboring Benin Republic, has been suffering from accessible road network for a long time. Olajide Bello examines the plight of the community and their feelings about the recent approval by the federal government to construct the road.
Ditches and narrow bridges that can only accommodate a vehicle at a time is what is left after Kishi while traveling to Kayama, one of the 16 local government areas of Kwara State. This particular scene normally dots the landscape of the devastating condition of the road. Jamilu Malaysia is a businessman who frequently plans the route, and on this occasion he is counting his losses.
I don't buy cow from Kayama, I won't go Lagos. 60, now only 10 will remain, or they don't die. Now only for 50,000, all those people when they buy now for 50,000 naira when they buy it. So which kind of like what will they face now?
Emir of Kayama, His Royal Highness Muazu Shehu Omar, says the road is a major setback to the development of the community.
The road is okay, we have the potential for everything. You look left and right now, everybody is in the soil business, the yam, everything. My fear is that we may face food shortage here because people are running for food, cash crop.
All direction, no roads, and it's an agrarian community with massive farm produce that needs to be moved out. But with bad roads, it's so difficult. Our farmers, after almost so much hard work, they lose much of these commodities.
Our governor has done everything possible. Malam Abrazak has done to bring the matter of that road to the doorstep of the federal government. And it has opened the door. His effort has opened the door, and the matter has entered and contracts awarded.
In the whole of Nigeria, Kayama local government produce the best yam flour in the whole of the country. What disturbs us here is the network roads.
For the likes of Jamilu Malaysia, the federal government's intervention is a light at the end of the tunnel, not only for businesses to thrive, but also reduce crashes experienced on the route. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
NTA ILORIN News Tonight continues after this time out. Stay tuned.
Sports Zone. This is your sports rendezvous, happening in the world of sports. You deserve to know. You want it analyzed? Sports Zone on NTA ILORIN, both local and international. You get the breaking news and the history, analyzing with brilliant sports exponents, live every Wednesday, 9 to 9:30 in the morning. That's the time for your wonderful moment in sport infotainment. Sport Zone. Join us. Let's set the agenda.
Welcome back. To further spur the quality of work done by reporters in NTA, a training has been held for broadcasters and sport reporters in the Southwest Zone with the aim of achieving a better reportage as 2023 general elections draw near. Omokande Igbari reports.
The two-day training program, which is designed to give a real end-on experience of working in the media as a professional writer and broadcaster, is no doubt with 4 days professional skills of producing good content at the end of training as the resource persons take them round sports and other rudiments of reportage.
Encourage journalists, sports broadcasters to take this seriously. Not just that, they can also help in promoting the attitude of getting good content.
For many professional sportsmen and women, the question of what to do after the training is expressed.
Sports journalists, there are so many things you don't know pertaining to certain game or certain sports. But with this, we are more aware.
Since we are preparing for 2023 general elections, this will go a long way in making us to come up with a wonderful reportage.
With this now, I think I'm better equipped and more informed.
The training, which brought together over 20 broadcasters and sports writers in the Southwest Zone, is expected to redefine and reshape the minds of NTA reporters towards the coverage of the general elections come 2023. In Ibadan, Omokande Igbari, NTA News.
Nigerian superstar Mr. Easy has taken to his Twitter page to announce that he will be dropping the remix of his hit song Patek, which will feature multi-talented artists first. David Tuta has details of these and more from the world of entertainment.
Patek, which features Ghanaian sensation Joey B and Mozambique producer DJ Tariko, is set to have a remix featuring Fowls and due for release on Friday 21st October. The Amapiano hit has performed well since it was released, and the remix is set to further amplify the song as he gears up for the release of his next album. Fast-rising Afrobeat act Ira Star revealed via her social media platform that she is set to drop her highly anticipated deluxe version of her 19 and Dangerous album on Friday 21st October. The deluxe album will have 5 new singles, including her earlier released Bloody Samaritan remix featuring Kelly Rowland, and guest appearances by Loje, K Kilo and Zinoliski, which takes the album to 16 songs. Ira Star has emerged as one of the fast-rising upcoming Afrobeat artists, and her talent is delighting listeners and setting the pace for her contemporaries. David Tuta, NTA News.
The head coach of the national under-23 team, Salisu Yusuf, has assured Nigerians to expect victory ahead of their qualifiers against Tanzania in 2-leg encounter. Hamad Fulani is standing by for Sports Tidbit.
The coach affirmed this after a friendly match between their team and Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan, held at the Lekon Salami Sport Complex, Ibadan.
It's an important experiment that they need to have before they go. We hope that the blending will occur. They will go out there, try their best.
But we're trying to build a team that could at least go with positive mind and get a good result in Tanzania.
In the meantime, the head coach of the team, Salisu Yusuf, has released the final list of 18 players who will play Tanzania under-23 team and has since departed the country. In boxing, Deontay Wilder's manager, Shelley Finke, believes that a potential Anthony Joshua fight with his client is one of the biggest fights and will sell out their 80,000 tickets at Wembley Stadium. The bronze bomber made a spectacular return to the ring on Saturday, knocking out Robert Helenius in one round at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Wilder is now expected to take on Andy Ruiz Jr. to qualify for a shot at Tyson Fury's WBC heavyweight strap, but is open to other options. Ahmad Fulani, NTA News.
Tomorrow, Friday, 21st October 2022, weather forecast wraps it up on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.